Because the people trust so much in their government, it becomes very difficult for them to actually protest against the government. Just only a very few of them who people target rebels, the people that know the truth, the people that are brave enough to stand against tyranny. They are the ones going out on the streets protesting against some policies. But the great majority of the people, you can notice, are sleeping. They are sleeping because they have been fed all their lives that the government is their parent, so to say. So the government is there for them, which is on one hand is true, but on the other hand is actually not true, because this strict obedience to the government, adherence of the rules and regulations can actually be a trap. It makes the people so weak, so numb to politics, to what is happening around them. It sedates them and keeps them asleep. Now, they do not know when the so-called people that are supposed to protect them, supposed to be on their side, the government, are actually working against them. The people then become powerless because for so many years, for so many decades and centuries, they sort of gave away their power, their trust to the government, hoping and believing that their government will protect them. They trust their government with their lives. But that's not the case, as we can see today. So why am I talking about immigrants here? Now we know that the problem with most Germans is this obedience to the government, and many of them cannot actually stand up to their government. Many of them cannot actually, summon the courage to question their government. It is time for us immigrants to wake up and support our German counterparts, our German friends. We cannot continue to fold our arms and say, well, it doesn't matter, I'm an immigrant, so who cares? You have to understand that every policy that is being made here in Germany affects you too. That's the truth. You have got so much from Germany that it's time for you to give back. How do you give back? It's time for us to become politically aware. I, for one, I never used to be very much interested in politics. I used to think that politics was something for some people. It didn't concern me. But I think that a lot of us can agree that the last 3 years have actually been weird and strictly an eye-opening to a lot of us. Some of the things we never knew have come to the limelight. Nobody can now say that they are blind. We can now see the truth. We can now see what propaganda looks like. So it's time for us to save Germany. How do we save Germany? The first one is, number one, is to realize that it's time for us to wake up. This is the first step. Because if you do not see the need for us to wake up, for you to wake up as an immigrant in Germany, then what I'm saying is practically rubbish to you. You need to see it. You need to see that it's time for you as an immigrant to wake up and be a part of the German society. You need to wake up and realize that the time of sitting, aloof, thinking that, oh, well, I'm an immigrant, it doesn't concern me. If Germany gets down today, you will go down. If Germany is destroyed today, you will be destroyed. This is your home. It has given you so much. You have electricity, you have a job, hopefully. You can feed yourself and your family. So many amenities that you are enjoying in this land, in this country. Many of us do not have that privilege, in the countries that we are coming from. Especially if you're a woman in Germany, you know how easy the German government, the policies actually favor you if you're a woman in Germany. So I'm calling on all the women in Germany, the women expats and immigrants in Germany, especially if you're of an African descent. It doesn't matter where you come from. It's time for us to become politically aware, to wake up and know what is happening. This is the first thing. The second thing is disengage from mainstream media. It's time for you to take the responsibility of searching out the truth. The mainstream media will not tell you the truth. You need to wake up and realize that we have been fed lies and propaganda over the years. So search out the truth for yourself. It is your responsibility. There are so many wonderful sources out there. If you go on Twitter, on YouTube, there are so many people, both in German and in English and in so many other languages, that you can actually follow. Get yourself educated, read books, newspapers, and look for people that actually give news, report news without bias, that see it as it is. The Russian-Ukraine war has actually opened a lot of worms. Now we can actually know who is on the side of humanity, on the side of truth, for example.